Hey, good morning and welcome to the 5 a.m. Mester Scrum Show. Hope you're doing well today. Today is We Team HR Wednesday here on the show. And today I want to talk about giving your team an opportunity to pull their heads out of the sand of their daily work. And that's the purpose behind one of the purposes, multiple purposes. One of the purposes behind daily Scrum. It's to let individuals come together and meet and talk and see how the rest of the team is doing. Because to be honest with you, they're more productive a lot of times as individuals. Now, I will say there's pair programming, there's other things that go along, but a majority of the day they work as individuals, and most of them like to work as individuals. They're not so much a team player. Sometimes they are. I'm going to say this: they're all diverse. There's team players, there's not team players, and they usually all out from team, and your team's got to be diverse. Sometimes you get a team that's all like team players, and that's the way they are. But most of the time you get a mix, and sometimes you get a team that's all introverts and they don't like to interact with other people. Someone talk a little bit about daily Scrum, why it's important to have the daily Scrum, give you another facet of it, and help you if you feel like you're failing in the daily Scrum, give you some reassurances to what's maybe going on in the dynamics when you take a step back and look at it. And this is the 5 a.m. Mester Scrum Show. I am Greg Mester, Scrum Master and Agile Coach. And here we talk about Scrum and Agile in a very practical, technical way, so you can bring more value to your customer, not take so long to bring that value and have a little fun. Now, the daily Scrum, you can call it a standard, whatever. It's used everywhere. When people say they don't use it, I said, it's used everywhere. It's been used in the military forever, used in sales meetings, any kind of team around the world, any kind of manager, or anytime a group of people works. Most places, even when I did door-to-door sales as a young whippersnapper in my 20s, when I had to sell perfume, we had little daily gatherings before we went out and sold stuff. We met, talked about what's going on, stuff like that. So even in the perfume door-to-door sales, daily Scrums occur. So let's talk about this a little bit. And then the rest of the day, I'm off my own, right? It's just like what we do here. So in a team, some people will complain. There'll always be, it's a shame, but there's always someone's going to complain about daily Scrum or anytime we got to meet and whatever. But there's purposes, right? So daily Scrum gives an opportunity for individuals when they're doing individual work to escape from that little world and have the door and the permission to go out of that world and go look to see how the rest of the team's doing. Listen to what's going on around them and get, their eyes and ears are open for what's going on, or someone learns some new technique, or someone's having problems that you can help them as a team or yourself, right? So it gives the permission to team members to get away from coding all day. Now, there are managers out there, there's organizations, there's companies out there that really want you to code every minute, every day, and it's really not as effective as sometimes it takes the break. Go get your coffee, you go relax, you come to daily Scrum, have a coffee, tea, whatever you're drinking, water, snack, whatever, and then you share what's going on with the rest of the team. And like I said, some people say, well, why can't they just do what I do? And I listen to chat and I get the messages on chat, or I get an email and I monitor my email. People don't want to monitor chat and email 24/7. In fact, how many times we hear social media is the bad thing? Like, you're on social media too long. Do you feel productive by looking at social media? I would argue, no, I don't. Sometimes I do. I look for a little bit. I put a cap on it, right? If I'm on social media, I don't do more than a half hour, 15 minutes, whatever it is, and make a small increment to watch it. And then you got to break loose because you're not getting things done that you need to get done. Same thing with watching chat and watching emails and waiting for someone to email you and things like that, where it's a distraction from, because where I work with a lot of teams in the IT world, it takes a lot of thought to code this stuff. We all know that. We say it all. It's complex. Scrum is for complexity. And then I got to talk about SAFe one day about the complexity. But it's supposed to be, it's complex. It's hard to do. It's very hard to picture how all those, I'll be honest, you ever look at code? It's very complicated, and I really give a lot of credit to those who can do it really well. People need to step out of that every once in a while and see how the rest of the team's doing, right? If you don't give them permission by setting up this daily scrum, they may feel like they have to be in front of the computer and typing all the time. And their pay and their reimbursement is based on how long they stand in front of a computer. And by giving and creating this little safe space called a daily scrum or a daily stand-up or a stand-up, whatever, to share information and learn from other ones, check in with everyone else, they may not do it. And just because you're a leader or manager or scrum master or, I don't know, entrepreneur or whatever, and you see the big picture, I make money where I am because I was always able to see the big picture. And I kind of stayed in that realm where I looked at the big picture, governments, companies, production, design, engineering, software, testing, all that stuff. I just kept looking at big picture. But not everybody wants to do that. And they don't have to be, because they can live comfortably just coding away, right? And that's okay. And actually, it's really good, because we need everyone to do their part and supply their piece of the puzzle to make it work. But not everyone's going to think like a Scrum Master. And you don't want everyone to be, as a developer, whatever, to be a Scrum Master. You don't want them to be a product owner. You don't want them to be a manager unless they really want to. And they can go up the path if that's what they want to do. But they can also get better with just their skill. So by doing that, it frees them to do what they're really good at, right? They're really good at selling. They're really good at coding. They're really good at testing. They're really good at something they like and they enjoy doing, fixing, solving problems, whatever. And they may not get that in the team environment. So what Daily Scrum does is it gives them that out, that opening, that permission to go work as a group, take a limited time box. We do this time box, just like I said with social media. I limit myself 15 minutes, maybe a half hour, maybe once a week I'll watch an hour program. Like I said, I'm an Acorn. I watch Oak Island, though. Lately, it's been pretty sad. Even my daughter, who's like, yeah, Dad, it's not very entertaining anymore, because all they do is find dirt. Anyway, I kind of agree with her. But, I give myself that hour, and that's what I watch. And the rest of the week, I don't really watch programs because I don't really enjoy them. It's not really good. But anyway, but you want to time box it, because you could quickly go off and watch mindless something for hours and drift off. So we keep that group time to a very succinct time. Let everyone focus on it. Focus on, I'm going to listen to what other people do and what they say. Now, a lot of people say, well, I have it in chat. Do you know how many times I'm in? And I've done probably close to 4,000 daily scrums, between 3,000 and 4,000 daily scrums, right? Over my just agile career, not counting all my stuff I did before, where the stand-ups when I was on the F18 program, we did a morning stand-up every day, not counting all that. So where we are today, where they say, well, I posted it on a chat, and everyone said, well, I didn't see it in chat yet. But they posted in chat, they did it, but no one reacted to it. Then they came to Daily Scrum and just reminded her, I did post this yesterday. Oh, I didn't see that. And it triggers. Sometimes it takes 3 times. It's like, we had the election. Sometimes it takes 3 times, or marketing is a good thing. Someone has to hear your name 3 times before they know who you are. So sometimes we got to hear it 3 times that posted in chat. And then today at Daily Scrum, I brought it up to bring it up. And someone will say something, and then once they hear it 3 times in the discussion there, in the team discussion, it dwells on them. They'll go look at it, right? And they may go off during Daily Scrum to go look at it, which is fine. It happens. It's not going to be the end of the world. But I wanted to share that with you because it is important to give them that avenue, even though some people might complain about, because some might be introverts, some may be extroverts, some like, just leave me alone, I'm going to do my stuff. But it's important for everyone to chime in, because people might need help, and they may need help, and they have to know that there's a place for them to bring that up. If they didn't hear from everybody the other day because they put it in chat, and there's 50 million chats and social media and all this stuff coming through that it didn't get picked up on. And it happens. People may get a little frustrated, but at least the next day they get acknowledgement in the meeting that someone saw it, and they'll get on it and look at it and give you some feedback. So that Daily Scrum, even though it's 15 minutes and so many people want to get rid of it, it gives that little immediate feedback loop to someone to give them confidence. And as I said, it pulls their heads out of the sand. We want them to be coding. They talk about utilization. We talked about that yesterday. We don't want 90% utilization, but we want you doing your stuff and not being interrupted. That's our job as Scrum Masters, is to keep them from being interrupted. So we create the daily Scrum as a point where they can get interrupted and it's approved and it's safe and it's good space while they're out doing their work and a lot of individual work. And they bring other people. They do, I don't need to teach them how to do pair programs. Sometimes I do. They can pull in a teammate and they go in there and figure out their solutions. Same thing with any industry, whether it be marketing, sales, or whatever. But the daily Scrum was a chance for them to pull their heads out of the sand if they've been working head down into what they're doing for the past couple of days or all day long or whatever. They get stuck on something. Sometimes just pulling their head out of it and sharing something makes them think of a new way of doing it and gives them a new light bulb. Right? So I want to share that with you so you kind of understand a deeper insight into daily Scrum, why it's there, what it's for, different angles for the reasoning behind it, because it is We Team Wednesday, where we talk about we, team, and HR. But I wanted to show, this is a team thing. The daily Scrum is really about the team. It's one of those team events where they come together as a team and then they break off. It's like a football game. I heard someone do a football game analysis the other day. I think it was on Agility, Mastering Agility. I don't know, one of these groups. And they talk about football, where you come together, a huddle, as a team, and then you break off and go do your work, right? That's the whole idea. You come together in a huddle, get the plan, what we're doing, and break off and you go do your stuff. And if you have a question, I'm open, and you want to bring that up, or you haven't thrown me the ball all game, something like that during the huddle. Those are the kind of things that can get brought up in that team huddle. So with that, I want to wish you the best. I want to wish you happy Scrumming. I hope everyone's having a good day. I'm having a good day. Why not? Good day to start with this. And happy Scrumming. Take care. Enjoy your daily Scrum. See ya. Enjoy seeing all the happy, smiley faces. Anyway, take care. Bye.